Every so often, Apple introduces something new that quietly changes the way we think about filmmaking. Sometimes it's obvious, like the iPhone's camera evolution. Other times it's more subtle, like Apple Log. When I first heard about Apple Log, I wasn't exactly sure what to think. A log format on a smartphone? That was something I associate with a big cinema camera, not the phone in my pocket. But then I remember the first time I shot in log on a professional camera. It felt strange. The image looked washed out, almost lifeless. But I knew that beneath that flat picture was something powerful, something waiting to be shaped. I remember being on set with a team shooting a scene at golden hour. Everyone's dressed, the lights fading fast, and the DP tells me, "Don't worry, we're shooting in log. We've got room to push it in post." That was the first time I really understood log. It wasn't about how the image looked in the moment, it was about what the image could become. Fast forward today, and now Apple has put the same philosophy into a phone. So, what exactly is Apple Log? In simple terms, it's a way of recording video that captures more detail in the highlights and shadow, giving you more flexibility when you color grade. Normally, your phone backs in the look right when you shoot. Apple Log, on the other hand, gives you a flatter, more neutral image so you can decide later how vibrant, moody, or cinematic you want it to look. But here's the thing, Apple Log isn't just about flexibility, it's about inspiration. Think about it. People who never touched a cinema camera can now experience with the same workflow Hollywood uses. That's huge. It reminds me when DSLRs first started shooting video, suddenly everyday creators were playing in the same sandbox as professionals. Apple Log feels like the same kind of moment, tucked inside an iPhone. When I shot my first project on Apple Log, I'll admit, it felt odd. Just like before, the image was flat and I thought, is this really going to look good? But the magic came alive in the gray. Suddenly, the iPhone footage didn't just look like a phone video. It had depth, character, and room to breathe. Apple Log isn't about making the iPhone look like an Ari Alexa. It's about giving the storyteller a taste of the same creative freedom without needing the biggest truck on set. So, is Apple Log perfect? No. You need the right workflow, some practice in grading, and honestly, it's not for everyone. But for those of us who want to push a little bit further, it's a reminder that the tools we carry in our pocket are becoming more and more like the ones in Hollywood. Maybe, just maybe, that's the real story here. Not about a flat image or a fancy Kodak, but about Apple quietly telling us the line between professional and personal storytelling is getting thinner. That's my take on Apple Log, part technical, part personal. Have you tried it yet? Do you see yourself using it, or is it just another feature on a spec sheet? Let me know down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts.